Imagine this. You are traveling at more than 300 kilometers per hour inside one of the fastest trains on Earth, the Japanese Shinkansen bullet train. Outside the windows, nothing but darkness, because you are deep inside an undersea tunnel beneath the ocean. Suddenly, the Earth begins to shake. An earthquake has struck Japan. What happens next? Does the train derail? Do passengers survive? How does the driver even react in time? Well, the answer is a fascinating combination of science, engineering, and one of the most advanced railway safety systems ever created by humans. In today's episode of The Chart and the Chronicle, we are going deep beneath the sea to discover what really happens when an earthquake strikes a Shinkansen bullet train inside an undersea tunnel. And trust me, the technology behind it is absolutely mind-blowing. Japan is one of the most earthquake-prone countries in the world. The country sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, a region where several tectonic plates collide beneath the Earth's surface. Every year, Japan experiences thousands of earthquakes. Now combine that with one more fact. Japan also operates one of the busiest high-speed rail systems in the world, the Shinkansen. These trains travel so fast that even a few seconds can make the difference between safety and disaster. And things become even more dangerous inside tunnels, especially undersea tunnels, because passengers cannot evacuate quickly. Visibility is limited, and emergency access becomes difficult. That is exactly why Japan developed one of the smartest earthquake detection systems on Earth. That is called UREDAS, Urgent Earthquake Detection and Alarm System. To understand how the Shinkansen survives earthquakes, we first need to understand something extremely important. Earthquakes actually send out different types of waves. The two most important are P waves and S waves. Let's break them down. P waves, or primary waves, are the fastest earthquake waves. They travel through the Earth first, almost like a warning signal. These waves usually cause small vibrations and mild shaking. Humans may barely notice them, but Japan's sensors definitely do. This simple relationship means P waves travel faster than S waves, and that tiny time gap becomes the key to saving lives. S waves, or secondary waves, arrive after the P waves. These are the dangerous ones. They create strong side-to-side shaking that can damage buildings, crack tunnels, bend railway tracks, and potentially derail trains. The moment Japan's earthquake sensors detect P waves, the emergency system immediately assumes stronger S waves are coming. The Shinkansen does not wait for humans to react. The entire system is automated. Japan uses a special earthquake early warning network connected to hundreds of seismic sensors spread across the country. The moment P waves are detected, computers instantly calculate the earthquake's location, estimate its strength, and automatically send emergency signals to nearby bullet trains. This entire process happens within seconds, sometimes even before passengers realize anything is wrong. Imagine sitting peacefully in your seat, maybe drinking coffee, maybe watching videos on your phone. And suddenly the train's systems receive an emergency seismic alert. Within moments, the train begins emergency braking. Comes the truly incredible part. If a normal vehicle suddenly slammed its brakes at 300 kilometers per hour, people could be thrown forward violently. But the Shinkansen is engineered differently. The Shinkansen uses highly controlled deceleration systems. Instead of an instant violent stop, the train applies carefully calculated emergency braking forces across multiple cars simultaneously. This keeps the train balanced and stable. The train combines regenerative electric braking and pneumatic air braking systems. The electric motors themselves help slow the train first. Then mechanical braking gradually assists. This reduces sudden jolts. Modern Shinkansen trains also include anti-derailment guards, advanced suspension systems, and specially designed wheel structures. Even if tracks shake during an earthquake, these systems help keep the train aligned. The interior design also matters. Seats are strongly anchored. Luggage storage areas are reinforced. Cabins are designed to reduce injuries during sudden motion. And because the braking is intelligently controlled, most passengers experience strong slowing down, but not a catastrophic violent impact. Now let's enter the most terrifying scenario, an undersea tunnel. One famous example is Japan's Shinkansen Tunnel, one of the longest undersea tunnels in the world. Inside an undersea tunnel, There is limited escape space. Communication becomes more difficult. Beimbao and structural safety becomes absolutely critical. But Japanese engineers prepared for this too. These tunnels are built with earthquake-resistant reinforcement, flexible structural sections, emergency escape passages, ventilation systems, and continuous structural monitoring. Sensors constantly check tunnel pressure, vibration, track movement, and even tiny structural shifts. If an earthquake strikes, the train automatically slows down. Power systems may shut temporarily. Emergency lighting activates, and train crews receive instant instructions from control centers. Passengers are usually asked to remain calm and stay seated. In many cases, the train successfully stops long before the strongest shaking arrives. Yes, real earthquakes have tested Japan's railway systems multiple times. One major example was the 2011 Great East Japan earthquake. Several Shinkansen trains were operating when the quake struck. Thanks to the early warning and automatic braking systems, most trains managed to stop safely. That event showed the world something incredible. Technology, preparation, and engineering discipline can save thousands of lives. When we think about bullet trains, we usually think about speed. But perhaps the most impressive thing about the Shinkansen is not how fast it moves. It is how intelligently it protects human life. Deep beneath the ocean, inside dark tunnels, while traveling at extreme speeds, a hidden network of sensors, computers, and engineering systems works silently every second to keep passengers safe. And in spite of Japan sitting on Pacific Ring of Fire, shaking with thousands of quakes per year, the safety record of Japanese Shinkansen bullet train proudly boasts of 0 casualties to the passengers. And that is the incredible story of what happens when an earthquake strikes a Shinkansen bullet train inside an undersea tunnel. If you enjoyed this episode of The Chart and the Chronicle, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories about technology, science, infrastructure, and world events. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode. This is Kate, signing off. See you in the next Chronicle.